A very warm welcome to all the friends and family of Senguptas present here who have gathered to celebrate this very, very special day. Namaste Manika ma'am, Dr. Shelja Sen and Dr. Amit Sen, the honored guests for the evening, and Dr. Dipali Majumdar. She's Nivedita's mother. She's here with us. So friends, this evening belongs to Nivedita and to Medha, our awe-inspiring mother and daughter duo. As they say, a mother is born when a child is born. Every mother tries to do her best for her child, but what Nivedita continues to do is much more than any of us. I always tell her that Medha is a blessing for her and she is a blessing in Medha's life. And what all of us other mothers do is what I would call parenting, and what Nivedita does is called worshipping. So we are here today to celebrate the official launch of Nivedita's book, Above and Beyond. A book that started as a blog during the COVID years and today has taken the shape of a story of a mother's faith, her tremendous hard work, and above all, unconditional love that can make anything possible. It is a book about Medha and Nivedita's personal journey, which is quite extraordinary to say the least. So let us begin this evening on an auspicious note with the lighting of the lamp, accompanied by a melodious rendition of Medha's favorite prayer, Lab Pe Aati Hai Dua, by none other than our very, very melodious and talented friend, Lavanya Sundaram. And can I please request Dr. Dipali Majumdar, our dear Kakima, Manika ma'am, Dr. Shelja Sen and Dr. Amit Sen to please come and light the lamp.
लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदा या मेरी, लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, हो मेरे दम से यूं ही मेरे वतन की जीनत, जिस तरह फूल से होती है चमन की जीनत, जिंदगी हो मेरी परवान की सूरत या रब, इल्म की शम्मा से हो मुझको मोहब्बत या रब, हो मेरा काम गरीबों की हिमायत करना, दर्दमंदों से ज़ईफ़ों से मोहब्बत करना, मेरे अल्लाह बुराई से बचाना मुझको, मेरे अल्लाह बुराई से बचाना मुझको, नीक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको, मेरे अल्लाह बुराई से बचाना मुझको, नीक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको, मेरे अल्लाह बुराई से बचाना मुझको, नीक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको। I want to share why this song for today. I was hit by, I felt sick, and Medha happened to talk to me. She called me, and then she told me that she's been praying for me every day. She's been writing a prayer that God, please heal Lavanya ma'am. God, please heal Lavanya ma'am. And then her mom asked her to sing for me. So very spontaneously, she sang Lappe Aati Hai, and the whole song she sang for me. And I was so impressed and so touched. And I said, this is a tribute and dedication to Medha. God bless you, my child. Thank you.
Thank you, Lavanya ma'am. Thank you, Kakima, Manika ma'am, Dr. Sen, and Dr. Sen. So our young Medha is the kindest, sweetest, and the most honest young person who her parents and brother are immensely proud of, and so are all of us present here. They have been the biggest advocates of how Medha has dealt with her struggles, hardships, and sometimes the feelings of helplessness. Does this sound familiar? Yes, it does sound familiar to all of us. We have all felt these emotions at various times in our lives. In Medha's case, her share probably exceeded many of ours as she faces the challenge of being on the autism spectrum. Her parents often wish that more people would see the world the way Medha does. Then the world would surely be a kinder and happier place to be in. Let us take a quick peek into Medha's life in this AV presentation made by Rajit, I think. Rajit has made it. All of us together. Okay.
एक ओंकार सतनाम कर्ता पुरख निर्भय निर्भय अकान मूरत अजूनी सपन कुरपसाट जप आठ सच चुकाट सच एपी सच नानक ओसे एपी सच सोचे सोच न ओफे चे सोचे नफ्तर चुपे चुप न ओफे चे नार अनिफ्तर पुकया पुक न उतरे चे पन्ना पुरिया पर Se'esan panak ofe ta eknat nena kif sachiara uye kif kure tutepan ukum rachai channa nanak nikyan nan vai kuruchita kansa vai kuruchita fate.
Some difficult walks in life are scaffolded by the trust and faith of not only family and friends, but experts who mean so much to us. Such is this journey of Nivedita's, where Dr. Amit Sen, a hugely respected figure in the field of child and adolescent mental health, has guided her, supported her, and has been her sounding board on days that she was in doubt, when she felt lonely and nervous. It was the advice of Dr. Sen for Medha that kept her faith going. I would like to read an excerpt from the foreword that Dr. Sen has written for Nivedita's book, and I quote, "I have known Medha for last 15 years and can claim that I have been a part of her exceptional journey some of the time. I feel privileged for this. Medha started coming to see me when she was 13 years old. Accompanying her always was her feisty mother, Nivedita, who was proud of her wonderful daughter and had at the same time numerous worries and questions to ask me, which often put me in a spot. In the early days, I would wonder how long this enthusiasm would last, because I'd seen many parents lose hope or at least mellow down once they realized that all their effort would only produce modest changes. It was with time that I realized that Medha's mother had already accepted her condition, embraced it, and was willing to walk many an extra mile. Nivedita was willing to stand up to the judgmental gaze of others and unwilling to allow the constricted understanding of disability in our society to define Medha. She was ready to dig deep and make their own path when none was available." Unquote. Thank you, Dr. Sen. Nivedita says that her journey wouldn't be the same without the faith and support that she got from you. So in Nivedita's life, there have been Dr. Amit Sen and Dr. Shelja Sen that we have heard so much about, both of you, all the time. So while her goal was to mainstream Medha's life as much as possible, many a times it took a toll on Nivedita, the woman, the mother, the wife, the daughter, and the teacher. At such times, there has been a rock that supported her. And that was you, Dr. Shelja Sen. So whenever from school we would hear Nivedita going for her appointments with you, she would come and tell us, like a car needs maintenance, I need to go and meet Shelja. So thank you, Dr. Sen, for being a constant service engineer in her life. She has always said that about you. Dr. Shelja Sen is a narrative family therapist, writer, and co-founder of Children First Institute of Child and Adolescent Mental Health, along with Dr. Amit Sen. She is a TED speaker, columnist at Indian Express, an international faculty at Dulwich Centre, Adelaide, and a clinical tutor at the University of Melbourne. Her latest book is Reclaim Your Life. I would like to take this opportunity, ma'am, to please request you and share your experiences about Nivedita's journey with us. Thank you so much. Yes.
Right. I'm really happy today. Where's Nivedita? There you are. Nivedita, what is one thing that every time I met you, I would say to you? Every time. Every time one thing I would say to you would be?
You thanked me, actually.
And write a book.
Yes.
Yes? Every time I met Nivedita, I would tell her, Nivedita, write a book. I think she got really tired of me saying that. Write a book on your journey, because it'll help so many parents, it'll help us, it'll help me, it'll help so many people who are on this journey. So for me, it is such an honor to be here at your book launch, Nivedita. I don't have a speech. What I have is a few words from Nivedita herself, which have inspired me and kept me going in this time. Yeah. First set of words that come to my mind is chhati taan ke chalna. You know, and these words are like a manifesto. How difficult is it for any person, a woman, to walk chhati taan ke? And that too for a mother who has a child who is wired differently, who's seen in the society as being different, who's seen in the society as lesser than, right? And her words, chhati taan ke chalna, that is my manifesto in life, have stayed with me. The second thing that words that have stayed with me is not letting others' story of me, others' story define me. There are a lot of people who have stories of pity, suffering, poor mother, but I will not let that define me and my family, my daughter, my son, my family at all. And that was a huge, huge learning for me. Third thing that I remember her saying was, खोद खोद के रास्ता बनाना है. बनाया है और बनाना है. खोद खोद के. There's no road out there that has been made for me. When I was told your child cannot go to school, I got the best school. When I was told that your child cannot go to high school, I made sure that she finished her studies. She completed her schooling. When people said that your daughter cannot work, she can't be employed, I made sure that she was employed, that she got. So खोद खोद के रास्ता बनाना जहाँ रास्ता नहीं है. And what another words that have stayed with me is when she said, I'm not angry with people, that they are not capable of knowing better. They are not capable of knowing better, and I will not allow it. I will not let them define me, my relationship, or my daughter, or my family. And then, of course, another set of words that have stayed with me is having faith. Having faith in my decisions. That the world sometimes will overlook you, will tell you, have single stories about you, and I will not let that define me, and I will have faith in my decisions, right? So this is a deep appreciation for you, Nivedita, for you, Tilak, for Rajit, for you as a family, for this inspiration, for inspiring not only the families here, but inspiring each one of us. So we are called so-called experts, but actually we are the one who are being inspired all the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sen. And that seemed like we have heard so much of that too, what you shared with us. She's been a constant, she's been a courage for all of us at different points. Her story inspires all of us in different ways, And Above and Beyond is as much about Medha as about Nivedita. So this evening will be incomplete if we do not hear Medha speak. So we have been thinking, who's the best person who can have a conversation with Medha except, but her brother, Rajit. So who's going to have a conversation with him right now? Medha and Rajit, can I have both of you on the stage, please? Mike, sorry.
Hi Medha.
Hi Ripu.
So how are you feeling today?
Fine.
So as you can see, there are a lot of people present here today. What's the event which is going on?
Book launch.
And whose book is this?
Metta.
And who wrote this book?
Mama.
So, what is this book specifically about?
Autism.
Who has autism?
Meta.
Could you tell the people what exactly autism is?
Autism is a communication disorder.
Okay, and does autism trouble you?
No.
You have a job, right?
Yes.
So, where do you work?
SNS.
What's the full form of SNS?
Sifnata School.
Okay, and what's your position over there? What's your job designation?
Library assistant.
Okay, a library assistant. So, what are the tasks that you do as a library assistant?
Entries, nesting, tutored snips, stock taking.
Okay, so out of all those activities, which one do you like to do the most?
Entries.
Okay, great. And otherwise, what do you like to do at home?
Fortune divided in books.
And anything else?
No.
Okay. And so, what do you like to do the most out of those activities?
Reading books.
Reading books, okay. And what's your favorite story? What's your favorite book?
Cinderella.
Cinderella, okay. And I've heard that you're a Bollywood fan as well.
Yes.
So, who's your favorite Bollywood actor?
Anil Kapoor.
Anil Kapoor, all right. And who's your favorite Bollywood actress?
Madhuri Dixit.
Madhuri Dixit, all right. So, you had told us that you would sing a song for everyone.
Yes.
Have you prepared it?
Yes.
Okay, please sing it for us.
Zindagi kanna gaane.
ए जिंदगी गले लगा ले
जिंदगी kanna gaane. हमने भी तेरे और एक कम को करने से लगाया ना जिंदगी kanna gaane.
Thank you, that was very well done. So for this occasion, I've also prepared a song for you. Would you like me to sing it?
Yes.
फूलों का तारों का सबका कहना है, 1000 में मेरी बहना है, सारी उम्र हमें संग रहना है। फूलों का तारों का सबका कहना है, ये न जाना दुनिया में तू है क्यों उदास, तेरी प्यासी आँखों में प्यार की है प्यास। आ मेरे पास आ, कह जो कहना है, 1000 में मेरी बहना है, सारी उम्र हमें संग रहना है। फूलों का तारों का सबका कहना है। थैंक यू। So, is there anything else you'd like to say?
No.
Okay, let's go. Thank you.
And on behalf of this audience, if I may embarrass the young adult and the teenager, I have to give you a hug. I saw so many moist eyes here. I think all sisters, all brothers, they remembered somebody and they watched them, and this was such a special moment. And the mother over there. I lost track of my script too. I have to now look for where was I. Above and Beyond is an endeavor on Nivedita's part to share her struggles, hardships, as well as triumph, joy, and immense gratitude while walking this road. She shares her story to empower other parents who are also struggling with what is the way forward for their neurodivergent children. This is a book of faith for not only them, but every parent who's sitting in this audience and who will happen to read the book. May I please request the author of Above and Beyond, Nivedita Sengupta, to come up on stage and tell us about her book and read out a few excerpts.
Namaste, everyone. I'm just feeling as though I have just won a Filmfare Award, So, thank you, Medha, for making me feel that I'm, best supporting actress. Thank you, my dear Medha. I have to see this because I have to see from the... My friends, Preeti and everyone told me you have to read excerpts. I tried to put it on everyone else, tum pad lo, but nobody heard. Then I had to sit down, that what do I, it was like, choosing which one to read, this or that, as though I have to choose between my own babies, this or that. Because my heart had written this story, so I give heart this power again to choose what to say. So I go to chapter 2 first. We encouraged her advanced reading ability by regularly adding new words and sentences to her vocabulary. My child could read, but she could not speak. Then one day, she surprised us by calling me Ma during speech session. I cried loud and long. It was the sweetest sound to me. She was 4 years old. In chapter 6, when I was shadowing her in nursery school, I developed an insight on how other children behaved in various situations and how different my daughter was. I noticed minutely how others learned simple things effortlessly while my child could not even figure those out. Answering a direct question needed verbal prompts and assurance. Witnessing this difference between other children and my child, made me come out of denial. I didn't entertain denial at all, and that was my most strongest point, which helped me to start my journey bravely and at an early stage. In chapter 17, one day, while returning from school, my 6-year-old son started sobbing and refused to share why. Later, when we spoke, he shared that his friends had seen his sister at school and they made fun of her. I tried explaining to him that they were small children, but realized that even he was a small child. It must have been so painful for him. I hugged and kissed him. He ran to his sister, hugged and kissed her. Chapter 21. Mama, is my sister a special needs child? What is the cure? I had this fear at the back of my mind. What will be my answer when my son asks this question one day? I remember how I felt while answering him, but I do not remember what I said to assure him. I somehow felt confident that with time he would gather knowledge and wisdom. He would grow up to be a sensible and sensitized brother. He began noticing his sister closely, trying to understand the areas which made her different or less than the rest of us. He had quite a few questions which I knew would be taken care of with time. A happy child, he appeared to understand and think with maturity. At the tender age of 8, I started expecting that he would not be disappointed while I gave more time to my daughter. I then realized that this may be an unrealistic expectation, so I tried my level best to strike a balance between both and set priorities. To some extent, I have been successful. I would like to end this with Rajit's poem. What is on her mind she cannot clearly say. She is my sweet sister smiling every day. Her keen round eyes are so bright and clear. They hold no resentment, no nervousness or fear. Just like a computer, she reads super fast. She spells, she types, her prowess not surpassed. All her memories are at her beck and call. Every song she hears, she always can recall. She has certain moods. These moods come and go. For whatever reason, she does not even know. Nonetheless, she smiles and brightens up my day. She kicks out all my problems, my worries go away. I wish her all the best to stay safe and strong. May she have a life happy, great and long. Thank you, Rajit.
I have read your book so many times, but hearing it from you sounds different this time. Thank you, Nivedita. That was so heartwarming. And if I can tell everybody that in school, in our life skill curriculum, we talk about emotions. We tell children to, to be able to talk about their emotions. But in our age group, when we were in school, I don't remember, at least when I was growing up, talking about it. But Nivedita can do it so beautifully, I say. So a lot of us have learned from Nivedita how clearly and I don't know, with immense clarity, she speaks about her emotions, how she is dealing with things, so that educates a lot of us, of her age group as well. Finally, the moment that we have all been waiting for is here. I will now request our chief guests, Mrs. Manika Sharma, Director, the Sri Ram Schools, Dr. Shelja Sen, who's an eminent child psychologist, and Dr. Amit Sen, and along with that, Nivedita and Tilak. Where are you, Tilak? Oh, there you are. Okay. To please come up on stage. And Medha's childhood friends, Arushi, Nehal, along with Rajit, are going to escort the guests on the dais. And Guneet. Arushi, Guneet, and Arushi, Guneet, and Rajit. Yes. Manika ma'am, can I please request you to launch the book officially, please?
Oh, my hands are shaking because I'm so emotional myself. I'm so sorry, I'm trying not to tell it, but it is glued.
Yes, a photo opportunity. So a few words for Manika ma'am, a dedicated educator with an unwavering belief in meaningful education that nurtures lifelong learners. Manika ma'am has a passion for inclusion and diversity. Post her graduation, she went on to complete her master's in education. She is currently trained in both national and international curriculum and has been training and empowering others in this space over the last few decades. Manika ma'am joined the Sri Ram School in 1989 and was one of the first employees of the school. She has been involved in the school's growth from the very beginning. She has shaped the values and philosophy of the school and played a key role in formulating its visions and policies. Under her leadership, the Sri Ram School has been the #1 school in the country and boasts of great academic and extracurricular results. Manika ma'am is also an experienced pedagogical trainer and has conducted innumerable workshops within India and overseas in various prestigious schools. A grandmother to 3 lovely children and a mother to 2 girls, Manika ma'am lives in New Delhi with her husband and a bookshelf full of books. This is going to get added. Ma'am, you have known Medha from her childhood and also the Senguptas. Can I please request you to share some of your memories with us?
Thank you so much, and namaste everyone. I'm just so overwhelmed today because I go back to like how many years now? Almost 23 years, almost 23, 24 years, yes? 23 years. I think she walked into school when she was all of 6, and Pooja ma'am, Pooja Thakur, held her finger and brought her in. And I remember meeting Tilak and Nivedita in my office with the then director, Mrs. Abha Adams. And you know, the one thing that I've always believed in, and I feel never give up. Every child has potential. We are there. We have to be there. And when I joined the school, just for everyone's information, there were no special educators, right? I mean, Shelja, you would remember those times. There were no special educators. We were special and we were the educators. And we just made sure that we're going to do a job jolly well. We have to make our children shine. And that battle in me continues to make sure that, along with my team, that don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. You know, everyone. So what I want to talk about today is, you know, the partnership between the family and the school. If I had parents like Nivedita and Tilak in the fraternity, all of them would have written a book. Right? So can you imagine, because schools are there to nurture, to help, to advise, therapists are there, doctors are there to hold the hand of those parents. And it can be such a beautiful partnership. And I think, Nivedita, hats off to you, because I have seen you in both your roles, as an educator and as a mom. Always smiling. So I think we need to put our hands together just for her. Other people I cannot help but mention, because I was the principal at that time, starting with Preeti Chadda. When I speak of support groups and partnerships, I think the peers of the children, so Medha's friends of the parents, and I mention Preeti here because I have known her also now for 22 years, exactly the same time when Guneet came into school. I mean, she's coming from Pune to be with her friend. So I think just nurturing these relationships is so important to take us forward. I cannot help but mention, because I see Partho and Julia sitting there, and I did ask Nivedita, who did that cover? And she said, there they are. So again, you know, just we're all in it together to be a huge support. Some of the other people who were there at that point in time, who actually worked very closely with Medha, Supreet. She's in the UK today, Supreet Kaur ma'am. I can never forget her passion. वो रो पड़ती थी, हर बात पे रो पड़ती थी. बच्चा अच्छा करता था, Medha would do something, she would cry. I mean, everything brought tears to her eyes and then a smile on her lips, and she was just such an amazing educator. Surbhi ma'am. I cannot forget. Yes? Really amazing. And one more ma'am, who's in France now, Shipra ma'am. Oh my God. What tender souls. All right? And as she moved on into senior school, again, under Sudha ma'am's able guidance, Lata ma'am. Right? And as she moved on, the last leg of her journey in the Sri Ram school, Poonam Prakash ma'am. Poonam is here? Is Poonam ma'am here? There she is. Oh my God. You know, so, you know, I just want to say that for me, it's been such a beautiful journey to have been in some way a part of it. to be able to impact and influence, to be able to just be there as support, to be able to just listen. Listen to people, listen to the parents, hear the children out, seek advice, ask for support. And I think all of that is what Nivedita did. And Nivedita, heartiest congratulations. And look at how many colleagues from Sri Ram are here. So she moved from one school where she grew, the most sensitive school, the Sri Ram school, to yet another compassionate school, the Shivnadar school, who gave her employment. I mean, how beautiful is that journey? Sometimes working in the same school is never such a good idea, because then, you move into another new space and you're seen as somebody new who's walked into the school. So on that note, heartiest congratulations to the family, to the Sengupta family. Rajat, very proud of you. Where's Rajat? Yeah. You did that so well. Actually, we had tears in our eyes. Very well done. God bless you. And Medha, God bless you. We love you. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Manika ma'am. So yes, Nivedita's journey is inspiring for all of us. Like you said, as a teacher, we are learning so much from her. And as a parent, there's no end to learning from you, Nivedita, really. So since the book is Nivedita's and the day is also hers and Medha's, I will now request Nivedita to please give the vote of thanks.
Good evening. Namaste. As I told you that I'm really, I don't know how to express my gratitude. I'm feeling like a film star, actually. Again, I'm feeling like I'm holding my Filmfare Award. Thank you so much for bringing me here. And I want to give my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you who's present here. You have touched my life in my journey, directly or indirectly, sometime or the other. There are others who are far away, but they are in my thoughts and in my heart. Thank you to them too. Dr. Amit Sen, Dr. Shelja Sen, Dr. Manika ma'am, you've been there for me always, without always telling me that do this or do that. When I knew that you were there, I could go back to you. That assurance made a lot of difference to me. Ma, thank you for your strong and stubborn genes. Without them, I could not have done anything. Heads of schools, thank you so much for taking out this time and being so patient through the traffic and everything and still coming here. Thank you so much. Some of you have worked with her closely and you know what it means to me. Really thankful to you. Monica Sagar ma'am, she is not here, she couldn't make it today. She has something else in Shivnadar school. Thanks to her, thanks to Carol. If you could make it, you were unwell. Thanks for believing in Medha and her potential, employing her and having faith in her. Thank you so much. This whole exercise of writing the book would not have been possible without you, Preeti. You motivated me, you pushed me, you pulled me, you made it happen. You believed in me. And thank you for the faith in me. And I also want to thank Asha Ubera auntie, she's not here. She thought I could write a book 20 years back. Can you beat that? Then she thought you should write your book, you should just note down. And I was solving I was crossing one hurdle, getting prepared for the second one, writing a book. And then Shelja started telling me to write a book. And then I said, I don't know how they tell me to write a book. How can that happen? But pandemic made it happen. I think they had a connection, pandemic and your thoughts, and you manifested it. I did it. Thank you. And Medha's friends and their mothers, we held hands together, we wiped each other's tears, we held each other, we lifted up each other. I hope and pray that this friendship continues for our children always. And God bless all of you, all Medha's friends along with Medha. Heartfelt gratitude towards each and every educator, right from nursery school till now. All the educators who have taken the pains of teaching her on one-on-one therapeutic sessions. Thank you, Sinoj. You are a special educator and Medha is your teacher. You've been so patient, Sinoj. Thank you. Harini, you sang with Medha, you kept Medha in your heart and you both sang together. Thank you. Thank you for this, Harini. Anuradha Di, long time back, 20 years back, you did inclusion in the society. We talk about inclusion now, but you did it long back. You made Medha learn steps of dance and she participated in the community programs. Thank you. And Mrinalini, if you are here, you gave me such useful tips to teach Medha. Thank you for coming. Rinchen could not make it here. So many friends. I'm so indebted to you, all of you. Partho and Julia, you made my book look very pretty. Thank you for that. They're attracting. People are getting attracted towards the book. First they look at the cover. Thank you for that. Thank you. And Jatin couldn't make it here. I troubled you so much, Jatin, with the please edit this and please edit that. Pramod, where are you? Thank you so much, Pramod, for believing in me, believing that my writing will sell. People will buy the book. Thank you so much. Just that you took that initiative, I hope and pray that I will not let you down. Shahana, Joita, Abhinav sir, thank you so much for motivating me, for supporting me, and for encouraging me. Tilak, where are you? I could not have dreamt of launching and doing all of this. I could not. You really proved to be a great husband. Thank you. Gayatri, thank you for being in my family. Without you, I could not work with peace in my workplace. I knew if something would happen, you would run to help Medha. Thank you so much, Gayatri, for being a part of my family. Rajit, I always said you are like oxygen in my life. You continue to be that. Thank you. And I want to end this by saying, let's celebrate imperfection. You know, I am stumbling in between. I'm fumbling in between. That's imperfection. My Medha is not perfect, but still she is so good. We are celebrating Medha. So in life, let's celebrate imperfection. Let's be happy we'll try our best, but we are happy with what we get. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as this beautiful event draws to a close, we thank everyone in the audience for their presence. It is this collective energy that is the triumph of this book. Please enjoy some light refreshments outside and grab a copy of the book that is there for sale. The book is also available on Amazon.in, and also you can go to the Curate website and pick a copy of the book. We will appreciate your comments in the guest book kept outside, and a very good rest of the evening to all of you. Have a wonderful weekend, and thank you, as Nivedita said, for coming, managing the traffic and being here. But I know I can talk on behalf of everybody that all of us wanted to be here, Nivedita. So I think we have all come here. Thank you to the Senguptas. They are a beautiful family of imperfect people with imperfect friends around and colleagues and experts. I'm sorry I'm calling you that. You said let's celebrate imperfections. That's what I'm closing it. Thank you so much, Tilak, Rajit, Nivedita, Medha and Gayatri and Kakima. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.